Hello, welcome. This is Sports Tonight. We're broadcasting live from Channels TV Sports Center in Lagos, Nigeria. It's good to have you join us to talk sports. I'm Austin Okonakpan on the show tonight. The Super Eagles of Nigeria will play the indomitable Lions of Cameroon in the round of 16 of the African Cup of Nations. Yes, good test. The fans are saying for the Super Eagles, time to show their quality at the competition and, of course, win the love of the fans again. We'll talk about the 2019 Africa Cup of Nations. That one will get our attention big time tonight on the program. More reactions continue to trail that Super Eagles loss to the barrier of Madagascar. 2-0, it's ended. Unbelievable results. No football fan in this world would tell me they saw that result coming. So fans are saying to the Super Eagles, show that you are sorry for that loss to Madagascar. So let's see what they can do against Cameroon on Saturday, round of 16, 5 p.m. Nigerian time, kickoff time for that one. Keep a date. It's all about the best of African football on the show tonight. We'll also find out what's going on right there at the FIFA Women's World Cup. England taking on the United States of America. Big game at the World Cup. We're monitoring it. I'll tell you what's going on in that one also. We'll take a look at what's went down at the third edition of the National Wrestling Championships in Yenagoa, Bayelsa State. The host state, Bayelsa, emerged overall champions. We'll take talking points from that one. We'll also take a look at the development of road races in Nigeria. The Remo Ultra race is coming up. We're looking forward to that one in December. 50 kilometer Remo Ultra Road Race in Shagamu. Date has been fixed for December the 7th. The winner of the 2019 Okpekpe International Road Race went on to break the African record in Gabon. So they will say, coming off the bounce of winning in Nigeria at the Okpekpe International Road Race, a new record holder has emerged. Beautiful. That's what we're talking about. There are a lot of ways we can benefit when we put together world-class sporting events. We'll talk about that one on the show tonight. The Wimbledon Tennis Championship will get our attention last night. I didn't even know what was going on. We just started the Wimbledon Championship, and the big girls are already going home. Venus Williams, a 15-year-old girl, told Venus, I'm sorry, you used to be my role model. When Venus was winning her first Grand Slam, that girl wasn't born. And she defeated Venus Williams. Naomi Osaka also left the competition. Maria Sharapova crashed out today. So it's not a Wimbledon Tennis Championship for me. Yesterday, I christened it the Upset Championship. We will talk about it tonight on the show. Some of the big guys said, no, we cannot go home this early. Keba has progressed. Roger Federer also progressed at the competition. Rafael Nadal. So we'll talk about the Wimbledon Tennis Championship tonight on the program. We'll also take a look at the 2019 ITO Cup Women's Semi-Final. Fixtures should get us talking when we get to that one. And of course, whatever you are talking about in our world of sports, welcome on board. This is the Fun Factory, Sports Tonight, on your award-winning, sports-loving channels, television. I told you, tell somebody, just in case you're just joining us, the Super Eagles of Nigeria, they will take on the indomitable Lions of Cameroon. They are the defending champions of the AFCON. They will clash. Eagles and Lions will clash in the round of 16 at the Africa Cup of Nations. I'm looking forward to that one. Someone will be saying, if only the Super Eagles are topped that Group B, they will not be playing Cameroon now. And I'm saying, thank God it's not Ghana. I'm also saying, thank God it's not DR Congo. Because Cameroon hasn't been so fantastic. Well, hey, it's football. Anything can happen. The best team will win. Talk to me tonight on the show, on Twitter, channels_sports, Facebook, channels I Feel Sports. What are you talking about after confirming that Nigeria versus Cameroon? Anything Nigeria, Cameroon, Nigeria, Ghana. It's a World Cup final. Expect fireworks. So what are you expecting from Saturday's round of 16 match between Cameroon and Nigeria? On Twitter, talk to us, channels_sports, Facebook, channels I Feel Sports. You can send us an email, sportstonight@channelstv.com. All our top stories can be viewed on our website, channelstv.com, and on YouTube/channels web. If you log on to m.channels@tv.com, you should be able to download the Channels TV app for those devices that you see on your screen, just because we love talking sports and we love helping you to keep up with the pace and be part of the fun. you should do that. And wherever you are, whatever you are doing, you can be part of the show. Yesterday, I read a message. Abe Saka wrote to us from the United Kingdom. Said, no, this one is not Twitter or Facebook. I need to send an email to Sports Tonight's crew and say what happens to our darling Super Eagles. Mr. Saka says, look, I don't follow any club. I don't have business with Chelsea, Arsenal, Man U. I only follow the national teams. They make us happy. So he said, what happened? What is Coach General doing? That is so sad. He cannot explain it. Let's hope that the Super Eagles will give Mr. Abe Saka an opportunity to smile on Saturday when they take on the indomitable Lions of Cameroon. It will be very, very difficult, but hey, it's football. Anything can happen. Let me welcome the guys that are with us in the studio. Ikenna makes a return on the show. Ikenna, it's good to have you on Sports Tonight.
Thank you. I'm very, very glad to be here again. It's been a while.
I know. I just say you're glad. Like you're not worried. Nigeria, Cameroon.
It was. No, I'm not worried about the fixture. I'm very confident going into the game. But as a football fan, I was so happy what happened to the Super Eagles. I'll tell you why. You know, this is where complacency sets in. But now we know that we can be beaten. I've had reports. I've seen I read about of things that are happening in camp. They are questioning themselves. They are getting ready to redeem themselves in the next game against Cameroon. Like you said, thank God it's not Ghana. Cameroon, I don't see Cameroon knocking us out. They might not be. They're not that indomitable anymore.
Yeah.
But they're still the defending champions, though. So, but let's see what happens on Saturday.
On Saturday, Femi Fabumi also makes a return to the show. Femi, last time you were here, I'm sure you did not mention, you wouldn't have thought about it in your wildest imagination, that you'll come back to tell me that Madagascar beat the Super Eagles of Nigeria.
Good evening, Austin. Good evening, Nigerians. I think the price they have to pay right now is not at least playing a draw against Madagascar, because already Cameroon has never been an easy opposition. 84, they defeated us in the final. 88 in the final. And just in the year 2000, right here in Lagos, they also defeated us. So I would have preferred to play either DRC, Congo Democratic Republic, or Ghana. Cameroon has never been easy for the Super Eagles of Nigeria.
Just to say something, sorry. 2002, when we were in the semi-final in Mali, Nigeria, Senegal, Cameroon, and I think Mali. So Cameroon already defeated Mali. Oh no, we played Senegal first.
Yep.
I didn't want us to win that game because the Cameroon of 2002,
they were on fire.
They were on fire. So when we lost to Senegal, I said, well, because it will be on record that Cameroon won their 4 titles against Nigeria. That won't be.
I remember that team was coming off the bank of the team that won in Lagos.
In Lagos, and that 2000, they were now ready to take over.
They were on fire.
Yeah, no, I was happy we didn't meet them in that 2002. So the 4 titles would not be on Nigeria.
So you see, the permutations, the talks will start from today until Saturday. But something in me is telling me we're just going to have a beautiful show of African football. The best team would definitely win. It's the defending champions against, whether you like it or not, one of the favorites. The Super Eagles deserves to be one of the favorites at the African Cup of Nations. Forget about what happened with Madagascar. The good side of it is just hope that you don't get to see them play that bad again, ever, at a competition. So even if, I shouldn't say that because the tongue is powerful. So whatever happens, we should be able to say, yes, they gave a gallant display, they gave everything, exactly. You know, that's how to not win or lose a football match. Let's get on with the show now. We'll get into the AFCON discussion proper because some games went down today. Ghana, they needed to win and they did. Cameroon couldn't win, but they drew that match and it was good enough to make them finish second on the Group F table, but Ghana from nowhere topped that table, and so they avoided the Super Eagles of Nigeria. We'll talk about AFCON, but let's talk about the development of road races in Nigeria. We've been seeing different types of marathons. The Okpekpe International Road Race, the 10-kilometer road race, it's doing so well, getting international recognition. There's also the Lagos City Marathon. Last year, they launched the Coast City Marathon. There's one in Ibadan. One is coming up in Shagamu. It is called the 50-kilometer Remo Ultra Road Race. It has been slated for December the 7th. All of this is geared towards placing Nigeria on the map. Yes, some persons will say, why do we organize these competitions that brings the Eastern African countries to come to shine and then take the prize money? And I say, no, it's also an opportunity for us to tell persons that we can put together a world-class event. For instance, the Lagos City Marathon is a silver medal, is a silver label competition at the international stage, and the Okpekpe International Road Race is also doing well. So sometimes it's not just about you organizing for your athletes to win. How about the exposure we're also giving to them?
Yes, and also is an opportunity for the athletes from Nigeria to rub shoulders with who is who around the world, the big boys, and also for tourism too. You know, some people will know. People now know
Okpekpe is a village.
It's a village, so people now know it's on. Yeah,
state.
so you know, Remo 2 will be on the map. Shagamu. Yeah. So people will know see what is happening there. See how and it's also the government will now start doing things. You understand? They start developing those areas because they know that an international meet is going to happen in those places. Beautiful. So it's a good one. It's something that we should applaud.
I like it. I'm looking forward to it, and there's enough time to prepare. And some of the names and persons, resource persons that we know to be part of athletics development, just like Solomon Ogba right there on the screen, they are part of this one. We're hoping that it's going to give Nigeria a good representation internationally.
And sorry. And that thing is, I like that athletics is trying to do things on their own, giving out these races, even in collaboration with government and all of them, because Nigeria is so much concentrated on football. So
and we have the market, we have the people, and you know one thing about this race is that I've been saying they've not been complaining about funding and sponsorship.
Yes.
They get to do it, so it means it can be done. And you know, in most cases, it's just a one-day event. Falila to Gonkoya, Yusuf Ali, persons that have been Bukola Olokpa, the persons that have been part of the development of athletics. Let's listen to them. They believe that it is all geared towards developing road races in Nigeria. We'll be right back.
Let us do it differently. Let us try to put prize money. It's not because the money is too big, but 5,000, 3,000, 1,000 is going to be the prize money for the championships. While for the other running, for the fun running, we're going to just give trophies, you know, community trophies. Maybe by the next edition, we should be able to give medals, community medals for that. And we intend to do this championship for 5 years. Like Norris said, the World Championship is every 2 years. So you need to qualify to go to the World Championship. So Remo is going to be a good place. So if you want to go to the World Championship as an African, you need to come to Remo for the next 5 years. So that is a 10-year plan.
When you are doing something a lot like 50 kilometers and it's an African championship, that means that all Africans and even people around the world, you know, like IAF, Europeans, they still come back here to Shagamu, Remo, for them to cover the African Championship. I think it's a very unique program, and it's something that when you do a road races, you know, it's an avenue for even the runner to know how the city, where you are and where the competition is taking place to look like. It's not like a track that you are just running in the track. This is going to give a lot of awareness to the city.
So what else can I say? Falila Gunkoya, she's been there, done that with athletics in Nigeria. I'm trying to break it down. It shouldn't even just be this person's coming together, put it together. It should be a national project. Because, Femi, she said, the runner, you that you are coming from Morocco, you go and check Remo Shagamu. You want to know the terrain where you are coming to.
Yeah, Austin, I think apart from tourism and even exposure that this tournament of this magnitude offers, I'm also happy with the fact that Nigeria is also shifting focus from the short distance races to the long distance races. Yeah. That means that in no time, we can now present athletes that can feature in the 800 meters, for instance, 1,500, and even the marathon. And I'm happy because other countries in Africa are catching up with us in the short distance races, the likes of Cote d'Ivoire, South Africa, Mali, Ghana. So we need to also look into these long distance races and probably see what can come out of it in the nearest future.
So until we started the Lagos City Marathon and the Okpekpe, we were struggling to know some of our long distance races. But a lot of them are up there in Plateau. Some of them come from Bauchi. Deborah Palm is doing so well. So I remember when I talked to her at Okpekpe, she said, I came on from the Lagos City Marathon. I needed to improve. Came to Okpekpe and she did. Emmanuel Gyang, Jeremiah Gyang, we are beginning to see our athletes. So it would not be bad if we go to the Boston Marathon and you say, you have 3 Nigerians on the starting block.
Yes.
You don't expect them to win, but representation.
They participate because they have had the exposure, they have had the experience, they can participate, and they can compete with other people around the world. So it's a good one. Imagine if a Nigerian, you've been to Lagos City Marathon, you've been to road race, you've been to Shagam. That means you have
City Marathon.
So you have 3 races under your belt. So it gives you that exposure to compete around the world.
Yeah.
So I'm really happy. We used to do this in the 80s.
Yeah.
There was sponsorship. I've forgotten the guy's name. It was Abbas Mohammed, if I can remember very well. He was always winning those races those days. So I think we are reviving sports because the concentration is always on football. So we are shifting.
And Austin, I'm also happy with the fact that it started with Lagos City Marathon. We later had Okpekpe and now Remo. Before you know it, we start having these long distance races in other states.
We have in Enugu last year. They launched the Coast City Marathon. We have one in Ibadan also. And I'm sure that persons are looking at it.
It's becoming a tradition.
When you go to Okpekpe for the road race, the entire village is out.
Everybody is running. People are even walking behind.
Out to cheer.
It's amazing. It's amazing.
What would have brought persons to that part of the world?
Nothing.
Sport. So it's beautiful. It's fantastic. And you see the stories, they're beautiful. You keep talking about it. I'll tell you a beautiful story again. The winner of the 2019 Okpekpe International Road Race, which, by the way, is an IWF Silver Label competition. The winner, Sheila Chilangat from Kenya, she was at Okpekpe. She went to Gabon over the weekend to set a new African 10-kilometer all-comers record at the 10-kilometer Depot Gentil. This is what this means to me. There's no way, when you're talking about athletes, you come off the bounds of their last performance. So they say she was in Nigeria.
Yeah, that's why I made my bones.
You know, and that was what motivated her to go run in Gabon, not just run, broke the African record. Beautiful.
It's a beautiful feat. It's a beautiful achievement. And it will challenge the organizers of the race to do more. So they have seen that people are coming out of these tournaments or out of these competitions to go out to win more races. So it's a beautiful thing. I'm so happy with what the development of sports as it's happening.
That's how it should be.
Yeah.
It should not just be known that, oh, that's Nigeria, just football. They come and they play football.
So,
Chilangat will run 33 minutes, 14 seconds to win her first ever Okpekpe title in May. Won a second 10-kilometer title on African soil in 2019 at the event in Gabon. She crossed the line in 30 minutes, 55 seconds, to clip 41 seconds from the continental all-comers mark set by Ruth Chedgentage at this race in 2017. Fantastic. I love it so much. Let's keep talking about it. It's beautiful. Then look for more ways we can develop sports, get more youths involved, because, of course, the youth will come out to be part of this one. It's a good way to empower the youths. Let's go to Yenagoa in Bayelsa State. They also put together a competition that attracted over 500 young athletes. Wrestling in Nigeria has been doing so well under the leadership of Daniel Igali. They hosted the 3rd National Wrestling Championship for the Wrestling Federation. It wasn't just about bringing these athletes to compete and give them medals. It was also selection process for the All-Africa Games in August in Rabat, Morocco, and the World Championships in Kazakhstan. The host states, Bayelsa, emerged champions. But this is good. We know wrestling. Look, wrestling in Nigeria in the last, I don't think in 10 years ago, whether we know anything about wrestling. From the way it picked, we produced the world champion in Odunayo Adekuroye. Yeah. We go to the Commonwealth Games, we win medals from wrestling, and they've been sustaining the momentum.
Daniel Igali deserves an international award. He deserves a national award. He has done marvelously in conjunction with Rivers State and Bayelsa State in particular.
Because that region,
they have supported him immensely. They have built an ultramodern center for him for the Wrestling Federation. They have done so well, and what they did remarkably well at the Commonwealth Games.
Yeah.
So what they have done there is it shows that if there's support for this sports, it can grow. So Daniel Legali, what he has done with Nigerian wrestling is marvelous and fantastic.
Beautiful. Bayelsa State emerged overall winners, winning 8 gold, 6 silver, and 8 bronze medals. They got 198 points to emerge champions, while Delta State finished as runner-up with 7 gold, 7 silver, and 1 bronze medal. Ondo State got 6 gold, 3 silver, and 3 bronze medals to finish third. So those are the top 3 at the wrestling championship. Let's go on this quick break. When we come back, get ready. We'll talk about the 2019 African Cup of Nations. Don't go anywhere. Stay.